Me Grimlock want Optimus to tell me a story.
Me Optimus wants to die. Ugh. On the table today we have Hero Mashers Transformers. The last time we saw the Mashers, they were in Marvel form, and I think they turned out pretty good. This time though, they have taken the shape of our favorite robots in disguise, well, mostly robots, of the Transformers. Looking first at the middle-sized packs of the Hero Mashers, we have Megatron and Optimus Prime, pretty much styled after their Generation 1 look. I think it's pretty funny how one little mace and axe fight in 1984, we still have Prime and Megatron with those iconic weapons. You can see the middle pack, you get a cool masher, plus a bunch of other accessories, and in Megatron's case you get some mashup pieces for Skywarp, and Optimus Prime you get some mashup pieces with Ultra Magnus. I haven't really seen the bodies of either, so I'm a little confused if those are coming out later or if you're just kind of adding on some Skywarp and Ultra Magnus pieces here and there. Looking at Optimus Prime solo, we see a smasher that's pretty good. I'm a little disappointed in his stumpy legs, but other than that, he takes the form of Optimus Prime really well, and I always love the classic form the best. We still pretty much have the same rules of the Mashers, with removable arm pieces, removable leg pieces, and a lot of weapons, and hands, and heads. And that's kind of fun with Optimus Prime here. Poor guy, he's really falling to pieces. The knees also pop off, of course, but there's still an issue with the shoulders being permanent, and that always kind of bummed me out. Now if you're a fan of the Transformer world, these guys are pretty much stuck in their robot form, and I can see that would probably make a lot of people grumpy. I'm okay with it because I kind of like to collect a lot of everything, but those people out there who just like Transformers aren't going to really get that transforming toy. You're just going to get a buildable toy. Of course, Optimus Prime out of any of them is probably the one that you can kind of transform like he would be on the old show, right? Right? Roll out! Now Megatron is simply awesome. It's not very often we get a nice classic Generation 1 style Megatron with the gray and the dark gray and the pistol-like transformation form. It's surprising they didn't cheat and put a little orange cap on this gun. Again, we have this awesome mace, and we've got some cool pieces for his back here with a shoulder-mounted cannon, and we've got this backpack-like thing, and a lot of good accessories with him. Of course, we've got a good, nice, solid gun piece we can probably fit here a little better up top. Lots of ports again on these toys, here, there, everywhere, for placing weaponry around when you're mixing and matching these guys. There is also a Grimlock available in his dinosaur form, modeled after the Age of Extinction movie, but of course painted to look more like original Generation 1 Grimlock, which makes for a fun toy to have. This guy also has a light up feature in his mouth, and it actually lights up pretty well. Might be hard to see on the camera. This guy comes in one of the larger sets, of course. I believe they're around 25 bucks. We get a lot more pieces. I'm seeing some more pieces that maybe is Ultra Magnus with that blue and red. But so far, I really just want him for the dinosaur. And it's okay. Actually, I'm a little disappointed in him because he feels a little loose. I'm kind of bummed about that. But I really like that head for placing on some of the figures. Also with this guy, you have a jointed tail in a couple spots. Back here for side to side, and just a port back here. Which brings me to another point. When I first did the review of the Marvel Mashers, I was saying such things as, man, these guys have tight, strong joints and they're a lot of fun. But now I'm starting to change my mind on that, as some of these joints are really weak. Out of the box, this joint was already kind of pushed in and bent, and this thing is falling off really easy. And I believe if you play with these pretty hard, they're susceptible to breaking, and I really get grumpy when my toys break. There are also small sets to buy which feature a lot of different characters, like the classic Starscream, who I thought would be great to have, but I'm not so sure anymore after playing with Optimus Prime and Megatron. I might just show this guy off a little bit. Bulkhead Springer, and Bumblebee are also available. And you can see on poor Starscream all the different arrangements they already have on this guy. The highlight of this toy is mixing and matching. I mean, wouldn't it be great if Optimus Prime had a huge fight with Megatron in which their heads got blown off and then switched on each other? That right there sets a really fun thing. And then of course Grimlock comes into the picture and knocks Prime down. His head falls off. Megatron gets his head stuck on poor Grimlock. And now we have one of the greatest mashers ever seen, is Grimlock Prime. And that's just scary. And so is this. Moving on to mashing a little more, what if we lost some legs here and we put Grimlock's legs, and maybe we just get rid of this guy here, maybe one Optimus Prime leg here, one there, and a Megatron leg in his butt. So now things are really getting weird. I kind of like the idea of popping these mini T-Rex arms and creating that. There we go. So that is some seriously weird mashing going on, and obviously the more mashing you get, the better you can make these. How about this guy? I just noticed poor Dinosaur Mix doesn't have arms, so poor Spider-Man will aid into this horror, and we can do some of that, and maybe that. So the benefit to these masher toys, if you really get into them, is you can start mixing Transformers and Marvel heroes together. So that is the Transformers Hero Mashers. I think I would recommend getting just Optimus Prime and Megatron because the two by themselves are quite a bit of fun and look really nice. So until the My Little Pony Mashers come out, that's what I have to say about that.
I want to die too.
Me, Grimlock, think you're ugly.
Oh, Squirrel, you mix up.